incredible permission to metal detect at this old school. As you can see up there, it's 1890, school district number 11. The owners gave me permission to metal detect, so here we are. I'm next to a street, so you're gonna hear some noise. But also this field back in the back. It's a pretty large field, so I'm gonna metal detect this. I'm not sure if this property ever been metal detected before, but we will find out today. And guys, this may be my opportunity to come up with a lot of old stuff. So let's give it a shot today, and we'll see what we'll find. And I will get back with you when we get some good signals. The back of the school. Again, it's somebody lives here now. They converted this old school into a house. I'm using my Makro eraser today. Hopefully this baby will find me something in this field. The grass is still, I mean, they cut it, but it's still high. So it's going to be difficult to find a deep target here. But we'll give it a shot. All right, guys. I'll get back with you when I get a signal. Next find was a part of a horseshoe, I believe it is. That's what it looks like to me. Found it in this hole, about 6 inches deep. So, all right, we're finding relics here. On to our next signal. All right, guys, I got another signal here. Actually, I think I got two signals side by side. We're gonna give it a dig right here, see what we come up with. All right, let's get this pulled up. A little muddy. All right, let's see where the signal is. Looks like it's in the side wall. Still in the side wall. I laid my knife down somewhere, so I need to find it. That's why I'm using the shovel. As you can see, it's a piece of metal. All right, on to our next find. Got a good signal. See what we come up with. All right, let's see what we have. All right, need to go a little bit deeper. Getting closer. Hey guys, I lost my digger out here already. You know, I always see guys losing those things, and I'm like, how can you lose that? Well, I lost mine so far. Hopefully I'll find it before I leave. There it is. Just a piece of metal. All right, let's continue. I'm getting a good signal right here. I kind of marked my shovel here, so I know where to dig at. So let's see what we come up with. It's in the plug, so let's go from here. Something here, metal. I think it's just some melted aluminum here. So that was it, folks. Not much anything. All right, on to our next signal. All right, folks, I found my digger, so I'm happy again. All right, let's continue. So hopefully we can find something. Still in the hole. Got something here. Not sure what this is. Actually looks like some kind of pulley thing. There you go, our first relic. My guess is a couple of chains went on both ends and this kind of combined the links. Alright, that's not a bad find. We'll move on, see what else we find next. I'm getting about an 83 signal, and that's a pretty good signal. It could be a dime on the racer, so let's give it a dig. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, never mind. I see it here. Another piece of metal. All right, guys, we'll keep trying. The coin, I'm believing it's just a memorial. I'll double check it. You know, maybe we have a wheat penny here. That would make sense, but all right, I'll get back with you, let you know if it's a memorial or a wheat. All right, we got another signal. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It's in the plug. Not sure what actually I'm not sure what this is. It's something metal. Actually, I think it's a metal arrowhead. Piece of it broke off. All right, let's move on. All right, another signal, more like a nickel signal, so we'll give it a shot. All right, I'm not sure where we're at, but I think I knocked it out, and it's just a pull tab. This whole, and I'm pretty fired up right now. I don't know what I have here, but it has 1865 on it. So it's pretty toasted. I'm gonna have to clean it up. I'm not sure what it is. Indian head. All I know is I got a pretty good, I know it's a coin. And I see 1865 on there. So I'll clean it up and I'll get back with you guys. This is pretty cool. All right, some good finds here so far. I'm starting to hit some coins. So let's keep going. Hopefully you can see that 1865 right there. All right, and I'll see if I can clean it up a little bit better. All right, guys, here's my finds from the schoolhouse. As you can see here, I look like a part of a horseshoe. I'm not sure what this piece of metal is from. Some more iron. We did get some trash. This piece I showed, again, I'm not sure what it is, but I think maybe a chain went through both ends. I think this is a piece of a toy, and this is like an Indian, not an Indian head, but an arrowhead, and there was two parts to it. And here's my 2 coins. One is a wheat penny, and one is some type of coin from 18 something. So again, I'll clean those up. I'll get you a picture of them at the end of this video. And it was a good hunt. Definitely have to go back, have permission to go back as many times I want. Grass is still pretty high in some areas, but I like the place, and I'm gonna go back, and if these things turn out to be what I think they are, it was definitely a good hunt. All right, guys, get back with you. Hey guys, in case you were wondering how I get my shots, what I use is a selfie stick, a retractable selfie stick, and what I do is I put my ion camera on it, and I stick it in the ground. So let me demonstrate. All right, this is a camera on my selfie stick, and all I do is I take this rod, and I got from your local Home Depot, and I screw it in the bottom of the selfie stick, and now I stick this in the ground. And let's walk out here to my yard, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, and there it is, and that's how I get those live shots and those overhead shots that you see on my videos. I like the way it works. So I turn it on, I do my live digs, and you guys can see me dig at the same time. So it's not a tripod, but I think it's better. So when I want to move on, I take this out, stick it somewhere else in the ground, and I'm ready to go again. All right, guys, hope that helps. You can do the same thing with your camera, and I'll see you on my next video. Keep on digging and keep on finding.